Hello, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Cold Steel 4. In the last part, we did another round of bonding events, and yeah, that's pretty much all we did. We got some optional stuff we need to take care of before we progress with the story. So, let's do that. Alright. My controller's off. Shit. Start off. Trial chest. There's two that I couldn't get to, so I need Kurt, Muse, Fee, and Crow. I hear that Tita and the Princess Alphine will be helping out on board of the ship. They certainly wouldn't have much to worry about being understaffed. Yeah, throwing Agate and the ship's gonna start feeling real cozy real soon. I imagine so. Meanwhile, the Merkaba Unit 2 is experiencing a manpower shortage. So brothers Elrond and Riona have been since gone to join them. Did something happen? Yes, we received reports of something big underway in the Holy City. Sounds as though they're going to be engaged in full-scale conflict with Ouroboros. It's highly likely that this is just a feint, but the Society has deployed a large force. A diversion for the Gralls Rider, huh? Something's definitely up. We intend to keep in close contact with the Gralls Riders at headquarters. I'll keep you posted as the situation develops. I appreciate it. There's still so many members we haven't located yet. We need to get them back, and soon. Alright, oops. Organize my party. I needed Crow, I need Kurt, Muse. What do I need? I need Muse, Kurt, Fee, and Crow. So I already got Muse, Kurt, I need Fee, and then put Crow in here. Alright, let's get this trial. Oops, not that one. Let's head off to this one. Alright, let's do it. Miss. Alright. We got Pentashot. Analyze. Stormbell. Ooh, Stormbell. What's that? We got two evasion tanks going here. Miss. This will be easy. Alright. It's a small pit, it's a small little thing. Alright, Scar's half broken, making progress. Can't have you paralyzed. Harnessed it down! Break the guard! Scissors will be damaged. There we go. Get this dino out of here. Fishing blow? Doesn't even look like it did. It didn't have that impact. Cutie Bullet 2. What you got? Nemesis Bullet 2. Thunderbolt leveled up. Cool. What is the Storm Bell? What does this do? When are... Oh, interesting. Alright. Let me go back to the Merkaba. Let me quickly rest up. Or shower, I guess. Alright, and then the next chest I need to take on requires Elliot and Gaius. Gaius and Elliot. Let me make sure. Yeah, okay. He's got... Well, he's got tier, but his arts are pretty high up, so... He should be fine. Let's do it. Wow, it's just lots of baby dragonflies. There's a lot of them. Missed. Alright. What are these things? They are super weak to wind, which, thankfully, I think Gaius has some wind stuff. Thankfully, they don't have a lot of HP. But there are a lot of them. Missed. God damn, look at the numbers. Missed. Alright. A golden sphere. Ha! You guys can't even get a turn in. Huh. Let's just shift our health away little by little. Oh, guys, his turn's finally coming. Oh, thanks for coming in the circle. Yeah. Huh. Art support, thanks, buddy. This is probably the easiest trial chest I've done in a long while. Huh. Gale Storm. Turbulence 2. Sephiroth Symphony. Nice. Alright, that was done. That was easy. Alright, so the chest out of the way. Let me reorganize my party. And let's see, we need to go to... We need to go to Titus Gate in the rest area, I believe. Anything new? There's nothing really new in here, per se. Where are you? There you are. New recruit's life is just to train, eat, sleep, and repeat. I can't cope with this kind of life without having anything to entertain me, so I got a novel. I fall asleep every time I start reading, though. There's no chance I'm gonna read it, so you guys can have it. Thanks. Alright. Now, with Cheetah and Agate in your party, we can go to Eren and have another event at the Fairy Spring. Yes. Me and the others enjoyed hot springs, blah blah blah. Okay. Doesn't quite live up to Elmo, but it's not half bad either. So, what's up with you, Tita? You're not in a bad mood, are you? No, it's nothing like that. Come on, up until 2 years ago, I didn't have a single problem getting into the hot springs with my family and Agate. Why does it suddenly feel so different now? Oh, Tita, are you worried things will get a little steamy between you two? Let's give her some space, Muse. We were roommates, you know, instructor. Who better to spill your heart out than the person who's been seeing you in your most private moments? If you say so. You've known Tita for 4 years now, haven't you, Agate? And you even went to a hot spring together in the past. So, would you say that she looks more grown up now? Maybe even a little curvier? Muse? Well, she's not that 12-year-old kid anymore, that's for sure. She used to be so tiny. Every time I look at her, she's become more and more of a woman. It really just blows me away. It's like watching your little sister grow up. Oh. I see. Well, I can somewhat understand that. Huh. Guess I misread things between the two of them. I don't know about that. But she's not your actual sister. You don't see her as just a substitute Misha, do you? Huh? Of course not. Tia's her own person, and so was Misha. I can never confuse the two of them. Tia's always been charming and likable, but I never imagined that she would end up so Why the hell are we talking about this? Hook, line, and sinker. Gate is a pretty reserved guy most of the time. Hey, Schwarzer. Look, I really owe you one. For watching over Tita, I mean. I've got to pass my thanks along to Herschel and Orlando, too, of course. Don't mention it. We've been just grateful to have Tita around. Keep putting her to work. It's a good experience for her. Just one thing. make sure she doesn't start dating anyone trashy or anyone like that. And when it comes to all you Class 7 guys, no one mixed baiting with her. Got it? I'll keep that in mind. So, you do have an interest in her, huh? Sorry, didn't catch that. No need to repeat yourself either. Huh. Alright. Oh, with that out of the way. If we go to Saint Ark. Oh, that's somewhere I wanted to go. We can actually go to a High Arms mansion. How? I have no idea. But we can go. But if we come in here, we can challenge the gold guy himself for Vantage Masters. What a relief that the Imperial Defense Force is gone. Now, decide who to cozy up with. Siding with the government will only mean I become a puppet to their whims when the war is over. And yet, decrepit nobility has no hope of standing against them. You seem troubled, great Uncle Ballad. Mildine? You should know it's better than eavesdrop. That goes for the rest of you too. Our apologies. We just happened to overhear you as we came in. Whatever. I just arrived at an impasse of thinking about what to do anyway. That aside, are those Vantage MasterCards sticking out of your pocket? Ah, yes, sorry about that. You're a cheeky one stopping to play games while on the run from the authorities. And yet, what better time to unwind in this era of chaos? Today's your lucky day. I'll deign to grace you with the honor of facing me in the match of Vantage Masters. Your lordship also plays Vantage Masters? But of course, the nobility are well versed in games of all sorts. But I can actually already picture the anguish of oh, okay. I'm gonna take this guy on, shove it. You're gonna lose, guy. So he's got Sorcerer. I don't remember what that does. Creates a magic crystal. Well, that could be a problem. Get rid of the archer. I'll take a little hit. Shit, I meant to attack. Oh well. Stick that on there. Alright, I need to get rid of that. I need to get rid of that guy. I'm fine for now. I can handle a couple blitz. Of course! That's a problem. Let me see here. What can I do? Can't have you take out my Blix, so... Killed yourself, and you had a high attack card too. Denied. I can take out as many marches as you want, buddy. Ah, he didn't have anything. Of course. Steal you, because I feel like it. I guess I could have attacked too. Shit. Get rid of him. What? Die! Thought you could beat me, huh? Who do you think you are? Alright. That is done. We come in here. We'll find... Hello, it's Vincent. And Kyrie. I must say, Kyrie, I'm impressed. You've grown much more dependable since I last saw you last. You're too kind. I've only got this far thanks to how help and support, all the support Count Altheim and my companions have given me. There is going to be some honors, Kyrie. You've grown up to be as incapable a young man as any empire has ever seen. It's true, Kyrie. Though I personally wish you would stay the same adorable boy forever. Here. Now, to business. I was hoping to ask about recent developments in the art world, as the good Count has his finger on the pulse of such matters. I've already acquired some choice intel regarding Ortus, and thought this might be a fine opportunity to pool my art knowledge. Oh, I have some information about what's going on around Leaves and Titus Gate. Would you mind if I join you? By all means, but let's continue this discussion in my office, shall we? Then I'll make you all some herb tea so you can relax and have an enjoyable chat. Oh, that's nice. There's someone up there. Oh. Who's in here? It's Margarita! Your name was Freddy, was it not? Well, Freddy, you've lived up to the rumors and then some. I'm very impressed by your knowledge of rare ingredients. Please, I'm the impressed one, Margarita. Your understanding of food is incredible, though your cooking club pedigree should have tipped me off. Freddy and Margarita, are you two cooking together? That's right. The family here had been taking care of Kyrie, so I thought I'd stop by and thank them for that. Turns out I popped my head in right when some old Thor's graduates were visiting. We all got to talking and, well, since no one had eaten yet, I figured I'd whip something up to show my appreciation. And that sounded like such a marvelous idea that I decided to pitch in as well. Presenting my and Freddy's splendorific charminous passion meat. That's the name. There's plenty to go around if you want some too. Oh boy, passion meat. Whatever it is, if these two made it, it's bound to be an experience. A dangerous, unsettling one. Sorry, but we'll have to pass. We don't have time to eat right now. But don't worry about us. You guys go ahead and enjoy it with the others. Well, if you say so. Perhaps another time. Yeah, she still does her peculiar dishes. Alright. What's around here at the Knowles residence? She looks like she's getting a scolding. Alright, we got some side quests we need to do. So first off, I'm going back to the bridge. We're gonna need a unit in our party for this one, I guess. So, let's put Yuna in our party real quick. And then we need to go off to the Cathedral Square. Where exactly am I going? Oh, Hotel Augusta. There's a shop. Oh. In here. Because this person has something they want to give to a cross bellum. What am I gonna do? My precious children. Structure, do you think? Yeah, it looks like she's the one that placed the semi-required request with the guild. It said she wanted someone from Crossbell to hear her out, right? In that case. Alright. Alright, excuse me, but I'm here for a request. Oh, yes, that's me. I put in the request without hoping for much, but maybe this is Adol's guidance, So, are you also from Crossbell? Yep, but I'm here for the moment. Does that mean you're from Crossbell too? Oh yes, I live in the residential district. This is just wonderful. I was so discouraged at being alone so far from home. I can't just go home without the children. Children? It says in the order that you lost something precious. Yes, yes, they're all very precious. Have you heard of Rosenberg? Oh, those things. Yes, of course we have. They're created by artists in a workshop in Crossbell, as works of an unparalleled master craftsman of dolls. They're worth tens of thousands a mirror, aren't they? Wow, I've never heard of them. Well, you know a lot about them, Muse. I've only ever seen them in store windows. They range from tens of thousands to millions of mirror. Even for art, that's quite an amount. In these modern times, they most certainly are. My late husband and I adored children, but had none of our own. We ended up welcoming those three into our home instead. I brought them with me on my trip so I wouldn't be lonely. But, oh. Ma'am, are you okay? Please calm down. I guess that her beloved children have gone missing. I don't believe they were merely misplaced. This was left on the table this morning following their initial disappearance. Yeah, it's Blue Blanc's signature card. No way. I see. So this is the rumored. I heard about this and stolen in the special support section. That's right. Phantom Thief B. This is the same card he's looked at all the crimes he's committed across the continent. May I take a look? Oh, the guy's back to his old antiques. I've taken custody of your 3 children. You want to start by relying on the guild. The location of the first in the old town, there are a pair of close siblings. Oh, I know this one. Ulster. This is one of his riddles. So as the rumors say. We need to investigate quickly. Can we take this card? Of course. Just please help me. I just want Irish, Shauna, and Kanan back home and safe and sound. Didn't that Phantom Thief B help you in Crossbell? Yeah, but he might have just been going along with Reen's kid's decisions. Reen kid's decisions.
まあ、今回に関しては長らく舞台を下ろされた異種返し。そして我が好敵手だった宝刀王子へのせめてもの鼻向けとでも思いたまえ。
But I think he was being sincere. Indeed, I've heard a little about his personality from Vita. This modus operandi doesn't fit with that. I agree. The old class still went up against him several times when we were still students. But I don't remember him ever doing something as awful as stealing what's essentially an old lady's holding family. Indeed, he seemed quite fixated on the aesthetics of his unique methods. Either way, this is a totally written challenge for all of us. We're just gonna have to go along with it now. But a crime's a crime. Justice will be served. Alright, I know where this is. It's Ulster. Old town, close siblings. I can think of a few candidates. It's probably safe to exclude the eastern half of the Empire and Crossbell. If there are any places nearby that match that description, we should go take a look. It's a good thing we have an airship. And fast travel. Alright. I'm smart. I figured out his riddle. This trunk feels so out of place. Yes, I agree. A black leather trunk with gold roses. Instructor, is it possible? Right. We should ask that girl from earlier, Tilia. Depending on how things develop, getting in touch with Kai might not also be a good call. Yeah. Oh look, it's so cute! That's quite an exquisite doll, isn't it? Wait, Yuna, is this what I think it is? Definitely. I might have only seen it in stores, but I know a Rosenberg doll when I see one. On the name tag, it's Char. That's not what we heard earlier, is it? Seems like we have the exact next note, too. Char. Whereabouts the seconds? A road to a village that vanished from the map. Explore the Garden of Consolation. That's Hummel. Isn't this... This has to be Phantom Thief B's card. Kai, Tilia, I need to apologize for getting you caught up in all this. And it's okay. Though it is a little unnerving when I think of Tilia being at home alone. I'll be okay, Kai. The doll's pretty cute, though it does look kind of sad, doesn't it? The owner must miss it. Please make sure you give it back to them, okay? You got it. They're supposed to take custody of this, trunk and all. I don't get what he's thinking, leaving it in there. Agree, it does seem a poor choice. But about the next card... I know where this is. There's a couple places I can think of from that. The main point is the village that vanished from the map. It can't be this place. The road and garden of constellation must be hints. Okay, let's keep going. It's Hummel! I gotta remember... There it is. place looks as dreary as ever. No? It's not Hamel. I figured it'd be Hamel. Just take a look at the old sites. Sword stuck in the ground in front of the memorial. Wasn't? Oh, this was this is the Blake. What's his name from Skies, wasn't it? Didn't Yoshua stick this into the ground? I figured it was Hamel. Apparently not, it's Hamel. Alright. It's gotta be Hamel, because I can't think of any other village that was wiped off the map. Garden of Constellation. Oh, over there. Hey, better run. Damn snail. Here we go. There it is. So it's on the road to Hamel after all. Village that vanished from the map and a garden of constellation. Yeah. It's a shame how the lilies are being swallowed up by the black paroma grass though. Anyway, let's check inside the case. Is this one boy? Or perhaps a boyish girl? The tag says his name is Cannon. It's got one of those cards. This should be the last one. Location of the third, the depths of beginnings and the shadows of the flames trial. The bar was really raised for this one. No ideas right off the bat, huh? Give me a minute, I might be able to think of something. Thanks, Yuna. I never thought they'd actually hide it in Hamel. Yes, especially when one considers what happened here before. This is it. We're going to find the last dog and teach whoever stole them a lesson. Oh, I don't know. Thankfully, I can't think of anything off the map top of my head. But, I know where it is. Thanks to my handy dandy map. I can't actually teleport all the way in there, can I, anymore? Oh, I can. So it was here after all. Ah, I see. The Shadows of the Flames trial. This labyrinth was built by a witch descended from the kin of fire. And as for the depths of beginnings, this is where you start returning by Roselia, isn't that right? Yeah, it was me, Allie, Kurt, and Randy on our team. But this labyrinth's usually guarded by the witches, right? It must have been taking a fair amount of skill and audacity to force our way in. This should be the last one. Let's check inside. Well, this one's quite pretty actually. The name on the tag says Alice. So I have Alice, Cannon, and Char. Come to think of it, those names don't match up with what Lady Rimabella told us. Yeah, I noticed that too. I see. I think we've been taken for a ride. Huh? Everyone, watch out! Oh, they're alive! What's going on? Could it be there be a puppeteer? Careful, those dolls are dangerous. They're being controlled with magic and they're not here to play around. This was not what I was expecting. Murderous dolls! Tita in here. Yep. Here's her thing. It's even red now, too. Oh, it's an instant cast. Alright, I need to scan her, Alice, before she dies. Hand slipped. Detect, Kanan. Now he's gone buck waddled. Detect. Check out Omega Impulse. Boom! Woo! Oh my! It seems you found them all. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Just as I thought. There's my Alice, Shar, and Kanan. So relieved to have them back safe and sound. Who the hell's this? How should I pay you back? How about you spare us the theatrics? My initial suspicion was that you were the Phantom Thief. But you're definitely not a man in disguise. Who are you really? Huh? Oh no! Oh, I know who it is. It's Maribel. Yeah, that's definitely her.
かります。見喰らう蛇が死と第三中マリアベル・クロイスと申します。
And these Rosenberg dolls are part of my treasured collection. It's a pleasure to meet you all. So you're the same rank within the Ouroboros as Vida. Your father was president during Crossbell's brief independence. What's an insurgent who allied herself with my foolish uncle doing... What? I mean, we'll read that. What's an insurgent who allied herself with my foolish uncle doing... or during the Erebonian Civil War doing here? My. How my reputation precedes me. I must say, I'd been intending to meet you, Millie Mildine. I've heard much about you. Like how Osborne sees you as a threat, and even the Witch of the Abyss holds you in high regard. She's such a vivacious girl, one who doesn't let anyone walk over her. I'd like that. Consider me just as so flattered. What do you want from us? You got your dolls, just like you requested. And you said your things, so this should be the end of things. This mission was just for a setup for you to toy with us, wasn't it? You were testing our strength, I presume. But enough. Time for you to leave. Aw, I'm not welcome. How upsetting to hear you didn't enjoy my little prank. I'll take my leave then. Maybe meet again sometime. Wait just a second. Oh? Maribel Croy. Why on earth would the daughter of the arrested former President Dieter, who betrayed Ellie, no, who betrayed all of Crossbell, roped me into her stupid game? You specifically requested someone from Crossbell, so it's obvious you wanted me to be part of this. Ah, little Una Crawford. Ellie told me a bit about you. The Special Support Section is counting on you joining their ranks one day. You were devastated when you learned about the situation in Crossbell 3 months ago. Quite the patriot now, aren't you? Then there were your confrontations with my colleague, Campanella. Sparked my curiosity and I wanted to size you up. As it happens, you turned out to be just an ordinary girl. There's nothing remarkable about you. You have plenty of enthusiasm, but that's all there is to say. Oh. Ouch. I won't allow you to speak that way to Una. Una, don't let her words get to you. She's only saying that to provoke you. Huh? Say what you will about Una, but for as normal as she may be, you proved to be anything but. Una's fiercely loyal to Crossbell, and despite her initial resentment, she has come to care about Erebonia as well. Meanwhile, you seek nothing but chaos and destruction and are about as blind as reason as they come. You're her exact opposite. My, those words were aimed to hurt, weren't they? I suppose we are opposites. I did abandon that hopeless Crossbell after all. And when someone catches my eye, I can't help but get this urge to bully them. Although, she's not quite my type, to tell you the truth. Hold it! Just what in the blazes is going on here? Why, hello there, Miss Maribel. What's this? Roselia! And isn't that... Yeah, it's the Phantom Thief himself. Oh, it most certainly is. Well, what an unexpected pleasure to meet you in person, Crimson Witch. May I compliment you on this cleverly designed labyrinth? The remarkable dimensional layering. Don't be so cheeky. You got a lot of nerve coming uninvited through a loophole in my barrier. So, you're the alchemist who's driven out Vida and joined forces with Osborne. How's your Ars Magna research going? Are you getting close to mastering the technique? Oh, I wish. Unfortunately, such things take time. And Blue Blanc. My apologies for impersonating you. If it was anyone but you, my dear, I'd have a fittingly cruel revenge prepared. But you simply never learn, so let's just say you'll owe me a favor for misusing my name. Fine, I can agree to that. Well, I better be on my way now. I'll be looking forward to our next meeting. Oh, she's got wings now, huh? Can't sense where she went off to. I suppose it must be difficult to accept that a magus could possibly possess talents to rival the Witch of the Abyss herself. The hell's her problem? She's even more scummy than the rumors say. She makes a lasting impression, doesn't she? With both her unbearable personality and incredible abilities. Let's look on the bright side. She may have toyed with us, but we learned something about her in the process. And about you. You're not the madman some make you out to be after all.
久しぶりだ、シュバルツァ。無事に戻ってきたようで何より。今回、君たちの味方になることもないが、おそらく敵に回ることもない。
Oh, that's nice.
そう思っていてくれれば幸いだ。
Okay. You stay out of our business and we stay out of yours. Is that the deal? By the way, you helped my students in Crossbill. Thank you for that. Instructor. I did that purely on a whim. Well, I'll be gone. I appreciate you stepping in to uphold my good name. Psh, he has some nerve contacting me through Vita out of the blue and requesting I take him here at once. I'm 800 years old, you know. I like to be treated with more decorum and respect. Alright. Got waterfall. Someone's calling? Look like something Merkaba. We just wrapped up. Is that something I hear in your voice? Did something happen? Well, I got some info in. About leaves in the branch campus. That's great news. We'll see you in the Merkaba soon then. Okay, see you in a bit. Some progress at last. Yeah, from what I know, the main campus students have come to occupy the branch campus. We may have to get involved depending on what info Toa has for us. Well then, shall we head back to the ship and have Toa bring us up to speed? Nah. Oh, it's gonna take me there automatically? It's gonna take me there automatically. Alright. I wasn't done! They then proceeded to discuss the new information needed to obtain about leaves. So it's true then. Professor Schmidt really has gone back to the branch campus. Yeah, our intel seems solid. G. Schmidt, one of the 3 disciples of Professor C. Epstein, the original inventor of orbital technology. He also served as the branch campus's technical advisor. He helped us a great deal during the Civil War. I've known him for a while now through my grandfather. Your grandfather was a fellow disciple as well, right, Tita? Right. That's what led to me coming to Erebonia in the first place. But if he's back at the branch campus, that must mean... Yeah, looks like he's on the main campus side now, just like Major Michael. Damn. I mean, I know he wasn't actually a philanthropist, but still. Professor, why? That's just how the old fart is. Kinda doubt there's any bad blood behind it. Yes, he was likely more drawn in by the research opportunity than anything else. But more important are those sent to leads alongside the professor. A member of the Epstein Foundation, and a relative of the Action Chevaliers. A relative, hmm? And one possibility comes to mind, considering the circumstances. And that Foundation member. You think it might be Tio? Yep. Both seem more than likely, though we can't say for sure just yet. Only way to find out for certain is to do so ourselves. It's gonna be a lot harder to sneak through this time around. Still, there's gotta be a way in somewhere. We'll find it, just as Class 7 always does. Let's get to finding that route then. Where do we start? I believe the key to our success lies with us. Right. There's no one here better suited to infiltration in the branch campus than us. Those main campus chuckleheads made their bed. It's up to us to knock them into it. We can do it, Yuna. Instructor Reen. You're darn right we can. Thank you, everyone. I want to help out too. I have to find out what the professor's intentions are. Tita. Guess there ain't much room for more extras this round. Maybe not, but I'm a part of the branch campus too. I have to back them up however possible. Oh, I know. I can try to get in contact with Randy. Well, this main campus graduate ain't just sitting around. I'll give them all the support I can. All the support too. Rain's not the only one who wants to see Elise. Plus, I'd like to put a face this Tio I keep hearing about. And it astounds me how irritatingly positive all you manage to be. Just business as usual around here. I'll start on figuring out our route right away. Let me know when you finish your preparations. Okay, I know how this goes. Alright. Next thing we need to do. We got that monster quest, so we need to go to... We need to go somewhere. We need to go to... Old Lamar Road. I believe the monster is in here. There it is, way up there.
さあ、出発だ。
強そうな敵。
Oh.
注意しないと。終わりです。いや。
Alright, what is this thing? Scan!
サーチモード起動。
What am I dealing with?
詳細情報。
Super weak to fire and super weak to space. Or, yeah. No.
救護します。
ありがとう。行くぞ。俺の番だな。うなれ。
Alright. Whoa, nice damage. Love it.
行きます。
Ooh, works for me. Cross Crusade.
ドライブ開始。行きます。
Uh-oh. That's a problem. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to kill Reen?
よし。
私の番です。アークス駆動。
Alright.
はい。
俺の番だな。
I guess I have to kill Reen.
私の番です。
俺の番だ。
Alright, you prick. I see your game.
うなれ。ラスイング。今だ。みんな一気に決めるぞ。
行きます。覚悟してください。いやー。崩れました。
もらった。
俺の番だな。うなれ。ラスイング。崩れた。
追撃します。
Get this thing out of here.
とどめだ。
Argam gem. Ooh. 1 bounty point. Argam gem. There it is. ATS 200. Now that's a nice boost. Actually, I give that to you. Get your. I could always give Moon Lens to somebody else. I wonder. Let me take this off. Does she still? No, she does not. Okay. Never mind. Alright. That out of the way. Next thing we need to go is... we need to go to Rakul, I believe, right? Let me see. Yeah, Rakul Junction on the west. Okay. Alright, I need to go out the west. Oops. This road leads to Weston, where Celestine's request said that he'd be waiting for us. Based on witness reports of the area, it seems like there's some Jaegers out in the world too. Right, we should exercise the utmost caution. Ah, the young ladies and gentlemen from Thor's. Welcome. Celestine. The old butler himself.
リーン様、他の皆様もご無事で本当に良かった。このような形で恐縮ですが、宿舎の管理人として無事のご帰還を祝福させてください。
It's good to see you too, Celestine. I wish we had time to catch up, but I'm guessing you'll want us to get started on your request right away. You said it was an emergency, right? Indeed. That is the main reason I summoned you here. This morning, an airship left Roar, bound for Ortis, but I never arrived, and hasn't been seen since. A whole airship went missing? Does this mean it was hijacked along the way? This is serious. We can't afford to ignore it. Why did you reach out to us specifically, though? It's as you surmise. Two personages of utmost importance were on board that ship. Marquis High Arms and Count Egret. I see. They were probably using the trip to discuss something insensitive. In that case, the person behind the hijacking likely had some kind of connection to the government. Precisely. That was our reading to the situation as well. We suspect it may have been the Imperial Defense Force or the Jaegers behind this. Perhaps even Ouroboros. That's awful. Our emergency barely just does its justice. I doubt we'll be able to resolve this peacefully, but we'll have to do something about it all the same. We owe that much to you and Patrick, and then there's the music's grandfather. Yeah, you said it. They made it a personal matter now that it involves a classmate's family member. Instructor Reen, everyone. Thank you. I'm truly grateful for your help. Celestine, do you have any leads on where the airship is being kept? As a matter of fact, we have a contact who's pointing us in the right direction. It seems it's somewhere in Rock Patio. Rock Patio? Way out there? Contact, How interesting. A high-speed Ouroboros cruiser has also been sighted in the area. Getting to the airship without being spotted will be difficult. Yeah, that does sound tricky. What do you think, Muse? Maybe we could create a diversion while we get in? Let's get in touch with guys and see if he'll let us use the Merkaba. Sounds like a good strategy to me. Okay, get ready to move out, everybody. I beg of you, please rescue them and bring this incident to a close. We will. Alright. We sure are cool. Preparing to head out. I am all ready to go. The airship Lord Hiram's encountered Grizz is hidden in the rock patio. Should I begin the rescue operation? Yes. Along with Dog Canyon Road. Okay, time to get started. As far as we know, everything's going fine on Celestine's end. Yeah, and he and his contacts are standing by. I don't think we need to worry about those two. Right, they can take care of themselves. Go ahead, Resign. We're all ready. Understood. Temporarily deactivate noise suppression and camouflage. Once the Ouroboros cruiser notices us, we'll lead them as far away from rock patio as we can. The rest is up to you. Thank you, and take care. This is the real deal. Our goal is the interior rock patio. Everyone, keep it together. Let's do this. Alright. And we never explored this area too, so hell. Two birds with one stone. Wow, they're pretty squishy. Punch to the face. Scan the dong. Thrilling. Double counter. Missed. Gonna protect yourself, huh? It's not gonna do you any good, you damn bug. XP sucks. Got a trial chest over here, though. I need Muse, Yuna, Laura, and Sarah. I don't have 3 of the 4 people. So let's come back for that once I'm done with all this. Attacked. Nah, no. Really? Eat that.
チャンスです。
もらった。お返したぜ。
私の番です。サーチモード起動。さてと
Alright.
起動。フラガラッハ。
お返したぜ。
Damn hyena.
よし。
行きます。
Alright. Get these things out of my way.
やったー。各種ステータスアップ。よし。
Level ups. Oh, treasure. Fresh milk. New material. No, I don't want a hyena. I'm good.
強敵です。皆さん。
強敵だ。油断するなよ。うなれ。うおー。ラセン。今だ。
Oh, this seems like a daisy.
任せろ。
私の番ですね。えい。崩れました。
もらった。行くぜ。
続きます。さてと
Attacked.
さてと。うわ。今です。行きます。
Oh,
俺の番だな。
that's just rude.
うなれ。うおー。ラセンゲ。今だ。
追撃します。
Damn scorpion.
行くぜ。
さてと。行きます。
助かったぜ。よし。
さてと。うわ。
Missed.
甘え。今だ。
追撃します。はい。やばい。チャンスです。
もらった。ティタ。
レベルアップです。成長。
Say no to scorps. Alright. Treasure
宝箱か。
chest. Besides that trial chest, I think I got everything, so... Look who it is. It's being guarded, just like we thought. Yeah, they must be the Jaegers they hired by the Imperial Defense Force. But their weapons look more like the ones Nidhogger uses. It's just like the attack on Ortis. Jaegers have carried it out, but they're hired by the IDF. Wait, Arcus? Must be the contact. Who else would come out of town like this? Greetings, my lady Muse. Sales team are now in place, without a little ahead of schedule. Security is considerably lighter on the back. They would see anyone trying to climb the cliff from the cruiser anyway. Looks like this is our chance. You sure got there on position fast, Setsuna. I knew Celsius had skills, but I knew you were no slouch either. Are all servants like this? Must be a lot of days' work. Alright, we're going to move on our own diversion. Follow the plan and everything should be fine. Our account need to get Grandfather and the others out safe. Of course, my lady. You can depend on us. Do take care of yourselves. Try not to take any unnecessary risks. Everything looks good so far. Time for us to take the stage. What? Intruders? Are they from that airship we spotted? How'd they get here so fast? Sorry, but we're not here to chat.
頑張ります。行きます。私の番です。
Jagger Beasts.
サーチモード起動。詳細情報ゲットです。
よし。
行きます。
We got Blast Force. Ooh, nice.
サーチモード起動。
Get the Greatsword Guide scanned.
俺の番だな。
There we go. There, we're all good to go.
参る。俺の番だな。
It's like half a I can't weasel in. It's like half a square away. Missed. Thanks for oh, that's what I want to do. Thanks for moving closer. We'll level up. That's the Ashen Chevalier. Wait, all you were from Thor's. What are you doing here? These guys are professionals. They'll get over the shock quickly. I'd say only have 10 minutes before we lose the advantage. Yes, that sounds about right. Everybody, neutralize them as fast as you can. We have to keep moving. Alright. Crow and Angelica, I don't have either of them. Come back for that later. Sepith. I'll take all the Sepith I can get.
俺の番だな。
Alright.
うなれ
The Abyss Worm.
螺旋今だ。
追撃します。私の番ですね。さてと、サーチモード起動。詳細情報ゲットです。
行くぜ。
Thankfully, there's only one of them.
お返しです。行きます。うわ、
行くぞ。うなれ。うおー。螺旋
Die, you damn worm. Nice critical.
追撃します。
Something leveled up. Stealth boots. Ooh. That's something Kurt. No, or I'll have evasion 3. Alright, never mind. I'll give it to Reen. Why not? No! I don't want to deal with the Abyss Worms.
ここは引くぞ。
I'm running away.
よし。
Goodbye. Abyss Worms are a pain in the ass to take down. Those are Northern Jaegers. Can't believe we're reduced to taking jobs like this. Hey, what are we supposed to do? They're holding our home complete hostage. Nidhogger's in the same boat from what I hear. Yeah, apparently they got dirt on them from stuff they've done in the past. They don't strike me as the type to cause collateral damage, but you can never tell for sure. I'm not trying to point fingers, but I figure anyone who tries to stand up to the Empire at this point gets whatever's coming to them. Hey, where'd you guys come from? Take this!
オーバルギア出動します。
いやー。させるか。
お返しです。
Huh! She can't move anywhere, it's funny.
私の番ですね。覚悟してください。私の番です。
Attacks!
サーチモード起動。
お返したぜ。よし。そこだ。お返したぜ。
救護します。
ありがとう。
私の番です。
Scan.
さ
俺の番だな。うなれ。うおー。螺旋今だ。
追撃します。
These things out. Missed.
崩れた。
I don't want to burst because I need to get that other Jaeger.
さてと。サーチモー
There we go. Now I can go all out.
ありがとう。
お返したぜ。
さてと起動フラガラッハ
俺の番だな。
マイル、今だ。みんな一気に決めるぞ。
Burst him down! Kill them all! Not quite.
私の番ですね。覚悟してください。崩れました。
もらった。
マイル、
行くぜ。
Die!
おの顔を洗って出直してきな。
Yeah, damn. We really let our guards down. Guess we got what we deserved after all. Maybe we had these guys wrong? Sounded like they were cooperating with the state under duress. Don't let that fool you, though. We still need to fight them with everything we've got. We can worry about that later. For now, let's keep them moving. Let's keep moving. Out of my way. Stealth vest. Nice little defense boost for Reen. Get this abyss worm away from me. A little before Reen and the others appeared in the scene. Oh, look who it is. It's it's Sky all over again. What is all this about? You men have no right to... Shut up and just answer the question. We're on a mission to find dissidents unpatriotic enough to as to oppose the war. This is all covered by the National Mobilization Law. I assume you don't find that a problem, correct? Of course not. We couldn't dream of it. Right. I'm all for it. I've even done it to the war effort. Oh, look who it is. Don't worry, dear. Everything's just fine. I'm here to protect you. Hey, come on now. Don't cry. Why did it end up like this? Hijacking the issue should have been an absolute breeze. This job was just circling the drain. I'm starting to regret my contract with the IDF more and more by the minute. I mean, alright everyone, settle down now. Cooperate fully and you'll walk away unscathed. Next. Look who it is. Well, we really hit the jackpot this time. I had a feeling to be on this ship. Just goes to show you, you always trust your instincts. So this was all about us. I should have known. It seems we ended up involving the regular citizenry after all, Lord Lordship. You mustn't blame yourself. The terrorist attack on the courageous was but a month ago. Who would suspect the government would resort to the same tactics so soon? Our only mistake was assuming our foes would have even the slightest shred of decency. Alright, that's enough. I won't allow any further insults out of you. Need I remind you, you're in no position to lecture us on manners? No need to get so flustered, young man. Your employers have business with us. I prefer we could get it over with sooner rather than later. Shows confidence you got in you. It's no wonder you were Duke Sain's right-hand man so long ago. But don't go thinking your history will get you anything special. Considerations. You're suspected of conspiring against the war effort. Now, are you gonna come quietly, or... What just happened? Wait, what? What are we thinking? Plotting against the government is an act of high treason. A mere arrest and investigation is too good for the likes of you. Anyone who stands against Erebonia should die here and now. Could this be the curse of the Empire? Huh? Hey, wait a minute. I don't know all the details here, mind you, but these marriages are high nobility. You can't just... Oh. Let this be... Alright. The Erebonia Empire is just itself. Any who dare oppose it will be purged. Alright. Take your first look at the New World Order. Oh! Now, before it's too late. Thor's Military Academy? You're not getting through here. I swear I'm gonna prize a Jaeger.
敵発見制圧します。
そこだ。
お返しです。
お返したぜ。
Alright. This is a bottleneck right here.
参るうなれうおー螺旋崩れた行くぞアンテナ
了解しました。はい。行きます。チャンスです。
もらった。
行きます。起動フラガラッハ。
Is that my fault you guys suck at positioning?
行きましょう。リーン強化。
But you guys put yourself in a bottleneck.
行くぜ。
続きます。
行くぞくらえ俺が行くぞうなれうおー螺旋
チャンスだ。
続きます。はい。チャンスです。
もらった。
さてと。
That was an easy fight. And that's it, boys. For Jaegers, you guys you guys position yourself in the worst possible spot
これで
place.
大丈夫だ
レベルアップ。
You dare defy us? No one opposes the Empire. No one, no one. What the? You're being taken over by the curse. Hey, you wish. Surrender or we'll kill every man, woman, and child right here and now. That simply won't do. Yeah. I'm knocked out. Excellent done, Celestine, said Suna. Are the other guards taken care of? Indeed. Granted some enhanced Jaegers, but have all been restrained. My gratitude to you all goes beyond words. We never could have gotten this far on our own. So, these two are the only ones left, huh? Hold on, what are you even doing here? How could you even possibly even gotten in? Regimental Commander, I must advise that we don't take this group lightly. Nah, this wouldn't even be a problem if I had an ace in my sleeve. Consider yourself lucky this time. Immensely lucky. Man, let's get out of here! Huh. You could say that. This is the last place I thought I'd run into Gilbert. It's just like him to get mixed up in an accident like this. Was that guy with Ouroboros? Oh well, he's gone now. Moving past that, he quite helped us overcome this little crisis.
リーン君、君のことは聞いていたが、
無事に戻ってきてくれて本当によかった。それとありがとう、ミルディーヌ殿下にトールズの諸君。乗客を含め私たち全員を救ってくれて。
It was our pleasure, your lordship. I haven't seen you since the Imperial Provincial Council. I didn't expect to get to meet both you and my grandfather together. Yes, we had a little matter that needed discussion, but as you can see, things got rather out of hand. Come, Silstein, don't look so glum. We're all fine here. Sir, none of this would have happened if I had been more prepared. The fault is entirely mine. My dear fellow, you've more than made up for it by saving our skins. If that's not enough for you, maybe you'd like a little wager? I'm sure it will assuage any guilt you might still feel. You're too kind, your lordship. You certainly have some loyal Cartagina's Marquis. For those who don't know me, allow me to introduce myself. I am Theodore Agreed, Muse's grandfather. You have my utmost gratitude for rescuing us. I was convinced my spirit would be flung into Aidas's arms before the day was out. Oh, grandfather, you're always so dramatic. I hear you've been traveling around the continent, leaving Setsuna and grandmother all alone. I advised against traveling without an entourage, but his lordship was adamant. I hope you've learned your lesson, master. Just think of the stress you've caused your wife and Lady Muse. Yes, you certainly make a good point. You're all safe, that's what counts. Your aim was spot on back there, Muse. Why, thank you. It was a spur of the moment, so I must admit I was a little nervous. I heartily agree. Getting to see my granddaughter in action was an unexpected silver lining. We must be grateful for that matter. We must be grateful that matters. That matters didn't turn out any worse than this, I suppose. Allow me to thank you all once more. Is it really over? Are we safe now? Well, everyone, if you wouldn't mind stepping in this way. Alright. Now, the real problem is what to do next. Perhaps we can be of assistance? Oh! Uh-oh. Major Claire. We got here as soon as we heard what was going on. This contingent of the Imperial Defense Force has been acting without any consent from their superiors. You can lead the cleanup to us. That's a big help. Thank you. We're just doing our job. I should be the one thanking you. If you hadn't intervened, we may have had civilian casualties on our hands. But you'll be taking us in for questioning all the same. Am I wrong, Major Claire? Innocent people got involved in this because of us. There's no escaping that. Though, my dear granddaughter seems to be used to dangerous situations at this point. What do we do now? Major Claire. This incident has been resolved and guilty parties apprehended. As far as I'm concerned, there's no need to investigate further. I'd like to thank you all for your assistance in this matter. If you need transportation, you can take the RP train as far as Rakul. Thank you, Major. Just so we're clear, these two are with us. We'll see to it personally that they get on their way safely. Of course, that's only fair. The Society's ship has already escaped, but we'll begin a troop carry here to secure the airspace in 15 minutes or so. I'd recommend you make yourselves scarce before it arrives. Farewell. I'm a little worried about her. Yeah, me too. But we gotta set that aside for now. We can't waste this time she's given us. Let's get going. Right. Mission. Oh. Oh, it's Lind. Oh, it's Mint, Lind, and who's the other person? After handing the scene note to the military police, bringing the others return to Rakul. I've gotta say, I had my doubts for a minute there, but they pulled it off just fine as always. Yeah, we didn't need to get involved at all. It's so much fun to see the game back in action together again. I assume you'd be making your way now? I'm afraid so. I still have some matters to take care of here. And I'd better get back to the wife. I've caused her quite enough grief already. I would appreciate if it would stay put this time, grandfather. We prepared to save Villa for you two for a reason. Right, that reminds me. You mentioned being here on some sort of business, didn't you? Oh, that. Pay it no minds. We're simply trying to do what we feel is right, that's all. You should all do the same. It's your duty as proud members of Thor's, wouldn't you say? That way, you may be able to save countless lives. We will. And you may well lead these two to us. Setsuna and I have taken care of all the arrangement for them. I hope you all meet again soon. Take care, Setsuna. Say hi to grandmother for me. Ooh, a free evergreen? Too bad I have better evasion equipment. Alright. I guess that's all the optional stuff we need to do, but there's 2 trial chests we need to go to, plus we have one more bonding event we can do. So let's report these.
報告ですね。ランクアップですね。どうぞお受け取りください。
Domination.
本当にお疲れ様でした。ではまたお。
Alright, what's this? First, oh nice, cool. Didn't I make use of that in Cold Steel 3? Alright, first off I need a rest. Alright, so I got 2 trial chests I need to go. Muse, Yuna, Laura, and Sarah. Laura, Sarah, and oh shit, I need Yuna. Alright. In we go.
これは情熱的なお相手ですね。
Oh, it's like King Dung.
私の番ですね。
Alright. That's a lot of health. Holy shit. Super weak to fire. And that.
私の番ね。イカズチよ、私に力を。はあ。させない。
Missed.
はあ。よーし。はあ。任せるがよい。砕け散れ。崩したぞ。もらったわ。任せなさい。
Alright, we've got Searing Bolt, we've got Avalon Hearts, Art Celebration. Let's go for Art Celebration.
輝けセレブレートアーチ。任せ
Probably
な
should
さい。
have done this before I started casting, huh?
これはおまけよ。やっ。
Woo, look at that.
はい。アクス駆動。やっ。
This thing dead in no time.
アークス駆動。負けないで。助かりました。ええ。これはおまけよ。
Broke your guard.
はあ。私の番だな。砕け散れ。後期。もらったわ。やあ。
This'll hurt him. There we go.
私たち
King Dung is dead.
ですね。
Another scent. Etheric arts. It's coming breasts, nemesis arrow, and aerial dust, which is nice. Back to the Merkaba. I need Crow and Angelica. Alright, take this on. Got lots and lots of scorpions. Missed.
俺の番だな。食らいやがれ。
Alright, we scan these things. Dragon kick. Well, nice if I bucked her up, but oh well. Missed. Oh, it's just rude. Oh, they act so fast. She get hurt. That's dead. Alright. Critical. Get this guy out of here because you're dead. There we go. Damn scorpions. Thought you had a one up on me, huh? Chaos Storm. Alright. That is the end. I think that's all of the optional stuff we can do. Well, I lied. There's one. I gotta go to that bonding event. So let me rest up. So, I gotta figure out who I want to go to the bonding event. Let me think here. Let me go back to the list. Let's go to Machias. Because if you go to Machias, I think we can get a character note on him. Can't be. What can't be Machias? My dad just sent me an orb mail about the current situation in Ortis. Certain someone was dispatched there recently by order of City Hall. Is there some sort of issue with that? Nah, it's not a big deal, really. It's just my dad's been in a kind of a tough spot in Ortis, but with his partial demotion and all, this could get messy for him. All I can do is hope he keeps on fighting the good fight. I don't know all the details, but Machias seems pretty worried about his dad. That in mind, Valor might be able to get us over to Ortis. Hey Machias, would you be up for sneaking up to Ortis with me again? Even with the Imperial Defense Force there, we might still have a chance to go via Malamar. Green, you mean it? Thanks. There's actually a few things I've been wanting to check on over there. If we could just get in touch with my dad and help him work this out, it'd be mean the world to me. No time to waste then. Let's get going. After contacting Governor Regnitz, the two headed to Ortis with Valmar's help. One of the governor's subordinates was waiting for them in Ortis and escorted them to the mansion with the utmost secrecy. Thank you, Machias and Reen. You risked a lot to come back here. I only meant to report on what was happening lately. I guess I made you worry. We just wanted to check in and make sure everything was alright. It seems like new problems are sprouting out faster than weeds. Right. Like the National Mobilization Laws Conscription and Requisitions Council? Yes. Whereas the Government Accountability Inspectorate falls under the Judicial Branch, the Ministry of Justice is an executive agency where the Conscription and Requisitions Council was only recently established. As the name suggests, they have the authority to requisition and conscript according to the law. So, one of the council members was sent to Ortis and is now carrying out the law. But this person is only targeting nobles. Yes, that's the information I've received from Vincent and the Forall family. They seem to be covertly seizing assets way beyond what the permanent law permits. Some noble families are now on the verge of bankruptcy. You're taking this way too far. It's almost as if they have a grudge against nobles. That can't be right. They're nobility themselves. Indeed. One of them is the son of a count that was once in marriage talks with the Sain family. Depending on what happens, it could go against the secret non-intervention agreement with the nobles that Hugo and Vincent negotiated. I don't have the authority to execute anything now, but it's necessary to have oversight as a member of the Inspectorate. Well, I'll do all I can to help now that I'm here. This all sounds familiar. Partly intruder, Governor Regnitz. Has something happened? One of the council members is currently exercising their duties at the harbor. The cargo ship transport ship has shared by the noble families have been forced to be requisitioned. Alright, let's get started. It shouldn't take too long since we're splitting the documents between us. Once they've been categorized, we'll send them out to the appropriate squadrons. Understood. You guys. What are you kids doing here? This is a restricted area. Huh? Hey, you in the glasses. Haven't I seen you somewhere before? You know these guys, Machias? Yeah, I had a feeling we'll meet him here. It's been a while, Arthur. I haven't seen you since his funeral. You mean? Well, first I get to see your dad again, and now you, Machias. It's good to see you. Sounds like you've been doing some good work at Thor's and with the Government Accountability Inspectorate. Man, you're really grown. If I'm right, Machias' cousin was in a relationship with the noble son of a count. But the Sain family butted in and caused everything to fall apart. And I hear you're no longer at City Hall. You were part of the executive committee that pushed the national mobilization law through, right? Yeah, so I applied right after that law was passed. I didn't ask to be transferred to Ortis. That was just a coincidence. After everything that happened, I figured I was in no position to face you or your father. I see. I'm not here in an official capacity, but there's something I want to ask you. What exactly were you planning when you seized that ship? According to my father, nobility intended it to be an emergency resource for refugees and victims of war. Even with the national mobilization law in place, seizing supplies meant to support the citizens won't be allowed. Under normal circumstances, I'd agree with you, but the law can be interpreted in a lot of different ways. I've already had this policy approved by the committee. I argued that since the nobles have resources to spare, they should shoulder the lion's share of the burden. That's how you got around it? So it's true. You're not even hiding the fact that you're robbing the nobility blind. This is a blatant abuse of statutory interpretation. With all your experience, you have to know that. Marcus, you remember the Civil War. You were there after all. You've seen firsthand the suffering the nobles' foolishness has caused. Yeah. And the four great houses are the worst of all. Yes, they've paid reparations, but it's not enough. They've held back the progress of the Empire and its people for generations. Uh-oh. We are to overcome this war and create a brighter future. They must pay. What? Is this... I thought so. Arthur, listen to me. You can't do this. This isn't what Elsa would want. What? This whole time I've been trying to understand why you'd support the national mobilization law. I mean, you're from a noble family yourself. Why would you be so harsh on other nobles? But I think I have my answer now. You'd never forgive yourself for Elsa's death. The pressure from the nobility, the things you said, they've been weighing on you all these years. I tried to reason with her. You know, if we couldn't get married, I'd still take care of her. Being a rich man's mistress isn't a bad life. So why? Why did she kill herself? What am I saying? What good will it do me to repent now, when it's too late? You see, you've regretted it all this time, and those feelings festered. Forgive me, but I've been keeping tabs on you in my spare time. After Elsa died, you left City Hall and continued working for a different department. Your ties with the Sain household were completely cut, and you were as good as disowned by your own family. Despite all that, in your own way, you've been trying to change the Empire's nobility. It's all been to atone for what happened to Elsa, isn't it? Oh. I don't deserve those words. Believe me, I know how you feel. Back then, I hated the nobles and how powerless I was to change anything. You must have lost any remaining faith in them, thanks to the Civil War. So you used the national mobilization law to erode their power and put them in the line of fire. But this isn't right. It doesn't matter what dirty tricks your foes use or how much the odds are stacked against you. I believe in the law. If we really want to change the world, we have to do it by the book. Damn it. I know. I tried to do things legit, but it wasn't enough. No one's ever going to change anything that way. Not alone we can't. I can only speak for myself, but I haven't given in yet. My cousin's death hit me hard. Just like you, I started to give in to my hatred. But the time I spent in Class 7 gave me a new outlook on the world and led me to the Inspectorate. I know there's a better way out there for you. I'll help you find it. It's the least I can do for the man my cousin loved. Marcus. You really have become a fine young man. But me? I haven't grown as a person at all. How can I ever face you or your father after everything I've done? You shouldn't worry so much. Just come forward and face us head on. Governor Regnitz. For better or worse, I'm going to stick out my post as Imperial Governor from here on. But I can't do it alone. I'm going to need help a young talent like Reen and Marcus. That goes for you too, Arthur. We've worked together before, and we could work together again. I think this is what Elsa would want. Yeah, I agree. What do you say, Arthur? Will you work with us to change the country for the better? Machias. I messed up again, didn't I? I'm sorry. Elsa, what have I done? Oh, all's well that ends well. Though he continued to work with the National Mobilization Committee, he promised to change his ways and revise the requisition policies. Looks like it turned out okay, huh, Machias? Yeah, I feel like I finally found some closure, too. Thank you, Reen. I don't think I'd ever found the words to give to Arthur if I hadn't met you. If I've grown at all, it's all thanks to you and Eustace, and the rest of Class 7, too. Well, you're welcome. But you helped me out, too. I think I can put a little more trust in the future now. Who knows? I might even be able to reach some kind of understanding with my own father. Oh, right. Guess none of this will even compare us to that. You're gonna have your work cut out for you. Just know you can always count on me for anything. You're a good friend, Machias. Thank you. Sweet. Machias character note. Alright, now all the optional stuff is done. Finally. So, when we come back, we will finally progress with the story. We'll head out to figure out how to get into Leaves and see if we can't rescue our lost sister and old ally of the SSS. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next part. Later.